Okay, so this was definitely not a part of a double header or anything. This is Boss Battle Round 6. I'm your host, Goron 1988, and I am here with Kat, Krakaton,
I cannot bongo this time.
oh, and Plesson.
That guy gives me the creeps.
I see. So, yeah, for this round 6, need to get things in order, so, my apologies, everybody, but this round is Baronade versus Dark Ganondorf. Sorry, Phantom Ganondorf. I got it all completely wrong in my mind, okay? So, does anybody have anything to say about this matchup?
I have no idea how this is going to go. I know how we're going to set up the arena, though. It's obviously going to be like the ceiling and floor are Jabu Jabu, and then the walls are going to be Phantom Ganon.
Oh yeah, we discussed that. Good point. Yeah, we'll do it that way, definitely.
I think that makes the most sense. I think
It
that
really
gives
does, yeah.
the right kinds of home terrain. Because if we do it the other way around, how the hell is this going to work?
Yeah, so just going into it, this is definitely Baronade. Don't look at me. Baronade, Health B, Power D, Intelligence F, Mobility D, Special Abilities, Electric Stun A, Jellyfish B, Flail B. This is interesting because, you know, when you look at it from a stats direction, Baronade has a lot going for it. Like, that health B, the power D seems bad, but you look at those special abilities, Baronade doesn't need a power D. Baronade has all the abilities to completely destroy their enemies.
I'd like to go back over what you just said. Baronade doesn't need a power D.
Sorry, what? I mean, it's true.
Anyway.
Intelligence F, though. So, and Mobility D. Intelligence F and Mobility D, those are going to be pains for Baronade. How do we see Baronade winning against Phantom Ganondorf?
Well, the jellyfish are a very, very strong ability.
Yes, they definitely are. The jellyfish can be used offensively in order to zap enemies in multiple locations, and they can also be used defensively as an armor ability. Really, really good. It's just this is the thing that I would say. Although I know I've said so much, Baronade. If Baronade's intelligence was higher, I could see Baronade doing a lot of stuff with Jellyfish and Electric Stun and basically becoming invincible in quite a few battles and matchups. But it all depends how Baronade uses their abilities this battle. Yeah, was there anything more you wanted to say, Kat?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And yeah, Krakaton?
Not really, no.
Okay.
They didn't know
Plesson?
a sauce could fight.
A sauce?
No, Béarnaise? No?
Oh, is that a sauce? I
But-
didn't know.
but-
Not something I know. I put mushy peas on my chips. I mean,
Oh no.
what is this Baronade sauce?
Goran, I don't think we can legally be friends anymore. I'm sorry, but
Well,
Mush cheese?
I actually don't. I put curry sauce, but that's a different thing. And I definitely don't put my curry sauce and chips with Baronade. Baronade is not something to eat. But yeah. Oh yeah, one thing to point out about Baronade, that we may have not put in statistics, although we might have written down as well. Baronade is effectively similar to a Parasitus and Gomer is. Baronade's basically Baronade's area is Jabu Jabu. Jabu Jabu's very healthy. Baronade has a lot of health to gain from that, and possibly a lot of regen as well, depending who Baronade actually faces off against. Yeah. So a lot of good abilities there. Boss 2 is it's not Bongo Bongo this time. Boss 2 is Phantom Ganondorf. Sorry, Phantom Ganon. Health C, Power C, Intelligence A, Mobility A, Dimensional Travel S, Stark Affinity B, Electric Magic B. My opinion is that dimension travel is going to be crucial in this fight. What does everybody else think?
I mean, like you said, him being able to just go Mario 64 is gonna make a big difference here.
Wait, that's Mario?
Mero. Mr. Mero.
Although, forgive me for going on a tangent here, but Mario versus Baronade, Mario would just lose. Unless, like, Star Power or Flame Power or something like that. But standard Mario, you couldn't jump on Baronade. I'm just saying. But yeah. Yeah. That's
You have to agree. Standard Mario, totally wrecked. But Mario tends to always have something going up.
Yeah.
It could just be a simple cap that would just instantly win a fight, but
Yeah. True. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, I've already said it. I don't know if I've gone to you, Kat, on it, but yeah, how would Phantom Ganon win this fight, Kat?
well, like stated that the dimensional travel ability is ridiculously strong, and it gets stronger the more stupid their opponent is.
Yeah.
And if we recall that the current opponent has F in intelligence.
Does Baronade even... I can't remember what it's called, but does Baronade even know, like... does Baronade even have object permanence?
I'd say it's a parasite, so probably no sapience of note.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Baronade not blinking and not noticing and being like, "Oh God, everything's gone," and then making Baronade blink. Has eyes.
Baronade with eyes
Well,
would be crazy.
If I could put people's attention, does anybody remember what is Baronade's title?
I just showed it, but I've forgotten already. But I'll show it when you're done with this.
Yes. So Baronade's title is Bioelectrics Anemone. I don't know how to pronounce
Anemone.
it properly.
Anemone. It's anemone.
But yeah, does anybody remember what that word I can't pronounce properly means?
I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody's told me.
That Marlin and Nemo lived in Finding Nemo.
It is a genus of flowering plants in the buttercup family.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
as much as visual prowess you would give to a flower.
Okay. I see. I definitely see on that one. But that means Mario can use Baronade as a power-up. Oh no.
He just touches Baronade and it just pops out of existence as it gets absorbed.
Yeah. But, yeah, forgive me. I know I'm the one taking us off track now, but yeah, that was interesting to know. So, yeah, anything more to say, Kat? And then we'll move on to Crackathon?
That was pretty much the most important. I'm gonna I do have a couple fun facts, but those are best served after the fight.
Okay. Crackathon?
Honestly, I think Phantom Ganon's pretty much got this. Like,
Mm.
even attacks with lightning and like electricity, like he's probably going to be able to just bat away most of Baronade's attacks with his dual-ended spear and just shrug all of that off.
Mm.
Also, his horse can just gallop through the air, which is kind of unfair. It's got Gmod no clip turned on. That's even how he gets into the paintings. Actually, now that I think about it.
Now I'm just thinking of all the Gmod mods with Phantom Ganon and Baronade just standard players. Thanks, Krakaton.
The Baronade falls into the world. You forget it's a ragdoll model, and it just starts clipping into the floor.
Baronade changing into props and prop hunt. There you go. But yeah, so Pleasant, how would Phantom Ganon win this?
How would Phantom Ganon win? Well, honestly, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and say that if Baronade is going to win, they're gonna have to pull out a lot of area denial to sort of halt that dimensional travel and kind of catch Ganon unawares. So that may be a bit. It might be expecting a little too much, I would think. But we'll have to see how it plays out.
Okay, so that's it. We have stated how this is going to be. Imagine the top and the bottom being Jabu Jabu, and the sides being the paintings. And yeah, I would say that Phantom Ganon Phantom Ganon was bored one day, okay? And he just keeps going through his paintings going, well, it's in the same room, but at least I get to gallop around. And somehow all the paintings appear in Jabu Jabu, right? And Phantom Ganon just appears out of a painting going, this isn't the Forest Temple. So
Phantom Ganon was bored one day.
bored. But yeah, so I mean, we'll go into this. Who wants to be Baronade? Who wants to be Phantom Ganon?
Well,
Yeah,
I am typecasted as the ones with the darkness affinity.
Yep. So we've got Phantom Ganon as cat. Then that's it. That's decided completely.
I can never remember enough about the Baronade fight to remember much of his abilities. So
Okay.
I feel like I can't do much with him.
Okay, fair enough.
Honestly, I don't
But
feel like I'm adequate to do the abilities either. Honestly, I would just be making bubbling noises into my microphone the entire time.
I mean, you can still do that
Krakaton,
Character.
to
Yeah.
supply. Yeah.
You know what? Just because Baronade, to clarify, does have Intelligence F, I'm going to say that if you don't know what Baronade does, you can still go for this one because Baronade doesn't know what Baronade does. Okay? Hey, I'm speaking the truth here.
Sure, let's go.
Not wrong. He's not wrong.
So yeah, I personally want to pass on this, so it has to be for you, Krakaton or Pleasant. One of you's got to step up and be Baronade, please. So yeah.
Like, listen, I can send you a attack list that Baronade has.
Honestly, I'm just watching a video right now.
Oh yeah. Refreshing yourself on all his attacks. Yeah.
It's just a child throwing a boomerang over and over again. I can't.
Yeah.
That one has a little bit of merit to it. Okay.
But yeah, basically, imagine a spinning top and imagine it be... Well, sorry, Baronade has two phases. The first phase of Baronade is connected to Jabu Jabu and just tries to use electric attack. And the second phase, Baronade is a spinning top. Baronade keeps spinning. Baronade keeps making jellyfish. Baronade good. So Baronade isn't that difficult to
I
understand.
love as well that he does have an ability that we just labeled jellyfish.
Yeah. I mean, what can I
your
say?
Superpower? Jellyfish.
Yeah.
Elaborate? Jellyfish.
But yeah.
Okay, then.
So yeah. Like I said, if I must, I will, but I'd like to step this one out. Personally. Okay, no real takers here. I have to step up then, right? Okay then. So I'm guessing I'll be Baronade. Anything either of you want to do, Krakaton, Plessin? Plessin, do you want to sit in the idle seat at the end? Somehow, I
I am
don't
the
even
one
know.
fan in the stands that's here for
Yeah.
the Baronade fight.
Who are you supporting? Phantom.
My boy Baronade sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the
Fair
guy on
enough.
the other side of the stands. There's, I don't know how there's stands because the walls are lined with the paintings. I'm the guy going, get him!
Shut up, that's how.
Okay. So, yeah.
Kill him.
So, I'd say Baronade has first action as Phantom Ganon has just gone in. And Baronade has no time for talking, you see. So, Baronade uses an electric attack on Phantom Ganon. Straight off the bat, as soon as Phantom Ganon exits that painting, Baronade is automatically attacking with an electric attack.
Oh, cheap
What?
shot!
What does Phantom Ganon do?
Phantom Ganon's response would be simple. Just swipe the electric ball with with the spear away.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to say, because this was discussed slightly before, but I'm gonna say what the result would be. Just like, I'd say, actually, no, I'd give that. But yeah. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put this there, just to check there's no disagreements with regard to this. Because I forgot about that. Because otherwise it could be like, oh, wait a second. This was unexpected. But yeah, that's my personal opinion of it.
I can see it being like that. Yes.
Good. So good. Are we all happy then? My apologies for forgetting to put that down. But yeah. We all happy with that?
I am.
Cool. Then, Phantom Ganon swipes it away. Again, the thing is that Baronade would just, at the very least, attempt to do another electric attack on Phantom Ganon, to clarify. So, now it's on you. You see an attack coming towards you.
Yes. So, since Phantom Ganon is not Ganon, but just in essence, a after image.
Yeah.
He doesn't have time for fun either. He would charge and have the
Okay.
spear ready to just deflect the attack while it's coming into his way.
Okay, so if that's the case, I would say, because I'm granting this as the opposing party, that's why I'm just saying it. I would assume that Phantom Ganon would sweep away the electric attack. Although I do want to double check on what stats we've given Baronade. I mean, it is quite a high stat, so that we've actually given Baronade. I would say my viewpoint of this is that the electric stun this time would be strong enough. Like, Phantom Ganon would remove quite a lot of it, but like there would still be some residue that would effectively attack Phantom Ganon, if that makes sense. So Phantom Ganon wouldn't go through unscathed, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Are we happy with that?
Yes, I could see that some of the electricity would seep through, but...
I mean, one, Phantom Ganon's being fast, and two, Phantom Ganon does have quite good electric attacks of their own, so it would be countered, but Baronade is electric. So, at this point, I'm happy to grant that Baronade would attempt to electric blast Phantom Ganon at this point, but at this range, would Phantom Ganon be above Baronade effectively? Because I think that would be hard to attack from.
Yes, above the body as the target. would be one
Yeah.
of the tentacles.
Okay, so Baronade would attempt to attack Phantom Ganon above it. But what does Phantom Ganon do now?
I could see that since Phantom Ganon would be above, so Bernade's attack position would have to be like lifting itself up. So Phantom Cannon would just steer the charge to either left or right, so it's not anymore directly above, but still in the spear length.
I mean, to clarify, because I do want to clarify this, there are 3 from memory. There's like, I'd say there are 3 attack points for Baronade. There's also like 3 hooks to Jabu Jabu for Baronade. So like Phantom Ganon's probably in amongst all of these vital hooks here that are actually in between Phantom Ganon and Baronade's electric. And I do want to clarify that Baronade's electric, it's quite hard for Baronade to twist its own electric attack back towards itself. So I just want to say all of that before you make your sort of decision on that. So you're moving whichever one is attacking and just trying to effectively push it away. Is that what you're saying?
Like in essence, since the attack has a hard time going into that direction, just seeing the attack, like Phantom Ganon seeing the attack going one direction, would try to avoid it by himself going into the other direction.
Yeah. So Phantom Ganon is now going away from Baronade. No attacks on the top of Baronade, or what?
I would still see that the attack, like he would still continue with the attack direction, just alternating, like shifting it a bit.
Okay. Well, let's say one attack goes off and then you run away. I'd say you steer away from the electric attack because it's simple. And now you're away from Baronade. Baronade charges an attack towards Phantom Ganon. What does Phantom Ganon do now? You haven't said the direction specifically of where Phantom Ganon is going. And yeah, so you'll need to clarify all that now.
Yeah, so I would see that the Phantom Cannon's attack direction would have been straightforward, but then there being that twist to have the dodge happen.
Yeah. But,
After the attack, he would just continue running straight through, which would be directly towards the nearest painting.
Yeah, okay. I would say that just to make this a bit quicker, Phantom Ganon would go into the painting because Phantom Ganon is actually faster than the electric attack. Phantom Ganon would now know this because of high mobility, effectively. So, what does Phantom Ganon do now?
Well,
because Baronade's not doing anything because Baronade doesn't understand what's going on.
So, seeing that nothing is happening, Phantom Ganon would just start up charging again from a different painting than before, again in a direct line towards one of the supporting tentacles.
Okay. Baronade. Well, Baronade's intelligence is low. I would say Baronade still has an understanding of where things are. Has a perception better than a lot of bosses, actually. Baronade would try to electric attack Phantom Ganon again. So I don't know if we want to call this on repeat or what.
I could see that it would be much of the repetition.
Okay.
You know what I'm just now realizing? A lot of these fights are getting into an attack loop, and that's exactly how they should go, considering that's how Zelda bosses work.
Yeah.
This is as accurate as it could possibly be.
Yep.
Yep.
I have not acknowledged the fact, but I have known the fact.
But yeah, so
So seeing like how they get themselves to a loop, if at all, and then just seeing one boss just curb stomp the other because they just rinse and repeat. Like, well, it turns out these bosses are vulnerable to that. No wonder Link keeps beating them.
yeah. So, my argument here, because just to clarify, although you didn't say it, what I assumed is that Phantom Ganon used his own electric abilities to nullify a lot of Baronade's electric abilities himself, as well as some carefully placed maneuvers. So what I'd say is that Phantom Ganon would receive... Baronade would lose all of the supports, and Phantom Ganon would receive minor damage. And when I mean minor damage, I mean something that, you know, effectively, if you were a normal human, you'd probably need, like, a good few bandages, but you could just rest at home for a day or two to sort out. Does that sort of make sense?
Yes.
So, we're on to that sort of stage, and I'd say because Phantom Ganon has just swung the final attachment of Baronade, that Baronade would have the next action, and again, I don't want to spoil it, but Baronade has Intelligence F. Baronade is going to do what Baronade does, which is called spinning. So Baronade is going to flail with his jellyfish pointed out, effectively. As a reaction, effectively. So, what does Phantom Ganon do now? Nothing's directly pointed at Phantom Ganon, by the way. It's more a defensive mechanism.
At this moment, I could just see Phantom Ganon laughing and riding into one of the buildings.
Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to be Phantom Ganon. Whoops. Anyways, yeah, Baronade would just keep that motion up until Phantom Ganon would go out of one of the paintings. So,
Which might be for a very long time.
okay.
Because the fight has entered to a position where Phantom Ganon would only need to wait.
Oh.
Yes.
Baronade just keeps spinning. It's been a day. Does Phantom Ganon make a move? It's been a day.
Phantom Ganon doesn't need to make a move.
Okay, Baronade's been spinning for a week now. It's been spinning a bit less, just a bit less.
Stanley,
You know.
oh Stanley, thank God it's you. It's been a week.
Okay, so yeah, Baronade spins for a week, spinning like 60%. Does Phantom Ganon do anything? Please.
Phantom Ganon doesn't need to do anything.
Okay. So
we know he could have been having a tea party in one of the painting castles.
a tea party with the Mad Hatter and the rabbit.
Oh gosh.
Alice in Wonderland.
But yeah, Baronade just okay at some point. And by the way, the time periods I'm just making them up. But like at some point, like after 2 weeks, Baronade stops spinning. The jellyfish is still there. They're just vibing. Does Phantom Ganon do anything?
Phantom Ganon doesn't need to do anything.
Oh gosh.
Dave from SpongeBob.
What's happening on the sides? It's been a couple of weeks or 3 weeks.
Dead.
Sorry.
The bystanders are dead. Long dead. They don't have anything to fucking eat.
Gosh. Whoops.
The vendors ran out like 2 weeks ago.
Ah, I knew that would have happened. But yeah, so this is the most anticlimactic thing ever. And it feels like something truly evil, an evil spirit from beyond would do.
Goron,
But-
you said it's the most anticlimactic thing ever. What about freaking Morpha and Dark Morpha?
They're still going. You know that.
Pushed into a couple of fish tanks, remember?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. But the winner is Phantom Ganon. And yeah, do we want to discuss where Phantom Ganon is won effectively on this? I mean, it's just that Intelligence A, Dimensional Travel S, you know? Like, just, well, Mobility A as well, actually. Like, the fact that Phantom Ganon could move out of the way, do the critical damage on Baronade, and just know when to quit. Just so important there. Yeah, so, Cat.
And just fed out the fact that Phantom Ganon is a phantom, while Baronade is a living being. Without any sort of substance, Baronade eventually would die. Meanwhile, the Phantom would live forever as long as the curse remains intact.
Yeah. Anything you two want to say, Krakaton and Pleasant?
I mean, we're both dead.
That's been summed up.
Yeah. Okay. Good then.
There is the one funny tidbit which I did mention before the fight.
Yeah. Go on, Cat.
If we look at actual in-game stats, like in-game numbers of Baronade and Phantom Ganon, the funny thing is that Baronade's, all of its attacks are 1 heart damage.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Phantom Ganon's are 2, 1, and 3.
Mm.
The charge is one of the most damaging in-game attacks.
Yeah. It
That could
definitely is.
one-shot you if you were doing a no-heart run.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, not could. It would one-shot you.
It would, definitely. And that's the
Because-
lowest you can go. Sorry, Krakaton?
I was saying, because you just start out with 3 hearts, so if you get hit by that charge and you're doing a no-heart containers run, you're dead.
Yep.
Oh god, an Iron Man like hardcore run with no heart containers, and you get to Phantom Ganon. This is where runs go to die moment.
I mean, you could always use bottles effectively, but yeah. I'm always amazed when people can do it. So, yeah. Phantom Ganon wins. Anything more to say before we close this?
I don't think so.
That's pretty much it. Like,
Yep.
intelligence has been proven time and time again to be maybe the most important stats of them all.
It really has. I mean, don't get me wrong, if there was just somebody with all other stats D or something and intelligence S, they couldn't hold up, but intelligence with some means in order to counter the opponent, you just counter the opponent, so yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go back onto here. And that is round 6, everybody. And for everybody seeing this on YouTube, just well, I wish you a Merry Ganon and a Happy New Year. So if you want to say anything Christmas related with regards to Ocarina of Time, everybody.
No.
No.
Yeah, I got none really.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, I do have one thing. Stop playing Christmas music before it's friggin' even Halloween. I hate the USA. Voice sucks.
See, the human brain is an evolutionary maladaptation.
We're not having the human brain as a boss. That's like Andros from Star Trek, and that would be a crossover episode.
I was about to say that after this series, we go into the Metroid series, and
Oh yeah, true. Metroid as well, yeah. But yeah, okay. Well, take care, everybody. I'm gonna give this 30 more minutes to close it off, but from all of us here. Minutes, yes. 30 minutes. You heard me, right? Bye from me and from the rest of you.